So this is a quick video, but the question is, should we be a little bit concerned with lack of game time for Ethan Pinnock? Or the quality that he has will just definitely be good enough? So welcome back people to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much again for tuning in. This video will be discussing Ethan Pinnock. As you know, Brentford FC, well, used to be a number one starter defender, and also Jamaica, number one starter defender currently. But the question is, as I said, should we be a little bit concerned with the lack of game time for Ethan Pinnock? Anyways, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much again for the support. Really, really appreciate the support, people. Best upon yourself all the time, every time. All right, so this is going to be a topic. I do think this topic is going to drive a lot of discussion. And we know once you have a topic like this, there's going to be a lot of cross references. What about that player? What about this player? What about that player? And most of the time when I'm doing a video, I'm speaking specifically about the particular player that I'm speaking about. Unless I myself make the cross reference, then you can bring in other cross references. Now, the question, or should I say, the statement is, should we a little bit, it's a question actually, should we a little bit concerned about the lack of game time for Ethan Pinnock? So, so what's happening for Ethan Pinnock so far this season? I do believe though, versus Bermuda, he looked okay, but versus Curacao, he looked a little bit edgy. Now, you can say that there was a bit of a match sharpness issue, and then after he got the Curacao game out of the way versus Bermuda, he looked more like himself. But I do believe the last couple of times he has came to play for us, you can see that it take a while to really get into the games. Now, persons might not agree. You might have persons who agree. I have no problem where that is concerned. Now, this is not a video to say play this a person, play that a person, do not play this a person. No, this is not the video. I'm speaking specifically about Ethan Pinnock. What's the situation surrounding Ethan Pinnock? I have no problem with Ethan Pinnock. I'm not speaking specifically what's going on at the club level. Now, we do have a lot of Reggae Boyz supporters who consistently say, if you're not playing at your club, if you're not getting game time at your club, we should not be calling you. But that only goes for some players in many of these supporters' mindset. As I say, it boils down to who you like, favoritism, and you judge them, or should I say, you comment on them, analyze them totally different. Quote unquote, maybe a little bit of bias night. So you can't take it away. Supporters will be supporters, and we support based off how we particularly feel about the sport. Now, since the new coach came in from Keith Andrews at Brentford, he came in June at Brentford, but the problem is when Ethan Pinnock picked up an injury last year, I think sometime in November. Let me get last year when he picked up the injury. Let me just get the exact date. I'm having it in front of me. Last year in December 2024, he was sidelined due to an hamstring injury. And then now the partnership started off with Van den Berg and Nathan Collins, who are two younger players. Ethan Pinnock is 32 years old. Van den Berg and Nathan Collins, they are two younger players in the age of 24, 25, 23, 24. That's the age bracket for both of them. So maybe since they went in, Thomas Frank, who was the head coach at the moment, thought that both of them have developed a really good partnership and went on to stay with them. Yes, Ethan Pinnock came back and he got minutes here and there in the squad, but he was just definitely not consistent. So in 2024, he was named as Brentford player, should I say Brentford supporters player of the year, and he had 29 appearances out of the 38, just shy 9 games. Last year he actually had 22 appearances. Remember that he got picked up an injury, so maybe that kind of pushed him out a little bit. So because of the hamstring, and then so far this season in the Premier League, he has only amassed a total of 2 appearances. But overall, he has 3 appearances. He has 1 in the EFL Cup. He has now played 240 minutes in total. In total, all of the games in all 3 appearances that he has. That boils down to like 2.3 full 90 minutes of football. Nevertheless, he is a quality player. You can say maybe when Keith Andrews came into the setup, he realized that both Van den Berg and Collins were playing well together, and he maybe just did not want to disrupt that partnership, and so they are still the 2 centre-back pairing that he is used to. Now, remember that in the EPL now, the EPL is going in a direction where they want younger players on the pitch for longevity. Now, Ethan Pinnock is a quote-unquote a Brentford player by heart, a player that Thomas Frank really rate. The problem is now, Keith Andrews is a different manager, different ideology. So when he came into the squad, came into the club, looking at what he has he had already, maybe just working what he has already, and maybe could spell some problems here for Ethan Pinnock. And just maybe this time around, Ethan Pinnock could be looking to see what could happen for him coming in the next couple of months. If he's still lacking in game time, yes, he will come for, he'll get selected for the Reggae Boyz. No problem where that is concerned. No problem where King, Lowe, we haven't heard of a few of the other defenders. Holgate is still there. Wells, we haven't seen Bernard in a while. And we have now seen Amar Bell playing in the left centre back position. So maybe that's another position that Bell can challenge Pinnock for. But at the end of the day, going into January, what's going to happen if he's not getting significant game time? Maybe it'll be no time for him to maybe look at move to a next club, preferably a club in the Premier League. Just maybe. It's not me saying that he has to, but maybe. No, it's really interesting because sometimes when a new coach comes in on a club, the indications and the lights and the, should I say, the statement is clear based off how the coach is going to use you, what is the intent that he has for you, and all these things. And at this present moment, just 3 games so far in the Premier League. The club basically play about nearly 13 games so far, and he has only seen 3 games out of that. 10 games in the Premier League and other competitions, I should believe. But it's not, it's a 10 game, I think about 9 games in playing in the Premier League. Anyways, about 13, probably could be less. But the mere fact that he has only seen 3 appearances, still no 90 minutes under his belt, that is something that can definitely raise some questions about. Not saying that we don't want to see him or anything like that. It's just a case of what is happening where Ethan Pinnock is concerned. Now, as I say again, January is right around the corner. Could we see making another move to an next Premier League club or a club overseas? One of the next top clubs, or top league, hopefully. But the fact that he's not playing consistently, I think for some reason, I think it can be something of concern for us as well. Because if we go into the next World Cup qualifiers and Ethan Pinnock still hasn't seen a minute on the pitch, there must be some level of concern in that. There must be. At the end of the day, you must consider what's going to happen where match fitness is concerned, match sharpness is concerned. You could train from now till next year. If you're not playing consistently, it can be a problem. And this is a problem that the Reggae Boyz squad has because we're calling a lot of players who aren't playing regularly. It's not a case in which are young players where you can say these are developmental players. So, they don't have to play 90 minutes every week, whatever the case may be. But the fact that if a player's not playing none at all, you have to raise some questions here. Anyways, tell me what you think in the comment section, people. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys again. Until next time. Is this a concern to you? Or you said no, it don't really matter. Once him turn up, him good to go. We don't know. Anyways, tell me what you think in the comment section, people. Big up on yourself, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Take care of yourself, people. Stay safe. We're out. God bless. Outside. Boom. Know what I mean?